We got a battle between Sunshine State SEC programs under the lights tonight here in Orlando, Florida. Welcome in everybody to Dave's Show Truckers Football. Along with Harry Downer, I'm David Johnson. Tonight, the Truckers, donning their gorgeous Florida State-inspired uniforms, look to end a 2-game losing streak against the 19th-ranked Red Hot Gators.
The only thing they're going to end up doing is becoming Gator bait.
Is that so, Harry?
Yeah. This game is nothing but a tune-up for Florida's game next week against their real Sunshine State rival, the real Seminoles.
You know this is just a video game, right?
You know what I'm saying.
Well, not a moment to waste, so let's get to the action. Dave's Show coming in at 5-5, one win away from becoming bowl eligible for the first time in program history. The Truckers' opening possession begins at their own 26-yard line. Quarterback Lauren Patterson drops back to pass, and then throws it out of bounds. Flag on the play, no doubt intentional grounding.
Intentional grounding, offense.
Boy, what a start.
On the next play, 2nd and 18. Patterson fakes the handoff, fires to a wide-open Ty Poole, gain of 18. 3 plays later, it's 2nd and 1 at the 43. Picked off by Steve Coleman, and he's gone. Touchdown, Gators.
My God, you're awful at this game.
Guess I can't argue with that. Patterson's 21st interception of the year results in a pick 6. 4th play of the next Dave Show possession, back at the 43-yard line, this time 2nd and 9. Patterson drops back to pass, sacked by Thomas Parker for a loss of 7. After forcing the Truckers to punt, Florida takes over. This is the 3rd play of the possession, 3rd and 3 at their own 39. Quarterback Brian Moore is caught from behind by Antoine Strong to force the 3 and out. 2nd play of the next Dave Show possession, 2nd and 11 at their own 28. Patterson drops back to pass, eludes the rush and finds Edward Barber for a gain of 27. 7 plays later, the Truckers are inside the 10. Oh my God.
Uh-oh, we're coming undone up here.
Ugh. This game isn't getting any easier. Wait, number 15, is that Tim Tebow? Matt Griffin. Matt Griffin with the 2nd Florida pick 6 of the first quarter, 94 yards on the return. The Truckers have had possession of the ball for all but 1 minute of the opening quarter, yet find themselves trailing by 2 scores. Dave Show with the ball yet again.
I think they're better off without it.
Okay. 5th play of the possession, 2nd and 10 at their own 37. Patterson to Seth Horn for a gain of 24. 3 plays later, 3rd and 10 at the Florida 39, setting up the screen to Dominic Holloway, sniffed out by the Gators defense to bring up 4th down. 2nd play of the ensuing Florida possession, 2nd and 11 at their own 29. Moore sets up the screen to Mark Townsend, tackled for a loss by Jamar Osborne. On the next play, facing pressure, sets up the screen to Townsend again, sniffed out by Timmy King, and the Gators would go 3 and out. Dave Show takes over at midfield, lined up in the I formation. Patterson out of the play action, rolls to his right and finds tight end Kenton Crawford for a gain of 23. On the next play, Patterson back to pass, sacked by Scott Hall.
Hey, yo.
3 plays later, 4th and 4, and they're going for it. Ty Poole, touchdown Truckers! Ty Poole for the 3rd time in 2 weeks with a touchdown reception on 4th down.
What the hell kind of defense is that? They only need 4 yards. What are you doing way back there?
We're nearly halfway through the second quarter, the Gators with 0 yards of total offense to this point. Second play of the drive, 2nd and 10 at the 26, and Moore finds running room. Crosses midfield, 28 yards on the carry. 3 plays later, 2nd and 9 at the 34, Townsend runs into the blitzing Rashad McCormick, brought down for a loss of 3. The drive would lead to a 54-yard field goal attempt that is just off the mark. Third play of the ensuing Dave Show possession, 1st and 10 at midfield. Patterson fakes the handoff and is sacked by Matt Day for a loss of 8. 2 plays later, it's 3rd and 15. Patterson, with plenty of time, goes deep downfield to tie Poole, 1st down. 4 plays later, 3rd and 3 at the 7, Patterson to Edward Barber, touchdown Truckers! With 19 seconds to go in the first half, Dave Show has had possession of the ball nearly the entire night, and now they've finally tied it up. The Truckers and Gators even at 14. With 14 seconds to go in the half, Florida with the ball at their own 14 and looking to run out the clock. The handoff to Townsend, and he breaks free. 30 yards on the carry. Timeout Gators. 7 seconds to go. Moore to Spencer Williams, out of bounds at the 35. Florida out to attempt a 52-yard field goal, and it's good. So at the half, the Gators with a 3-point lead over Dave Show, 17-14. Got some scores for you. I guess there's no doubt about it now. Hand Corey Marshall is 3rd straight Heisman as Texas A&M dominates Alabama. And I don't know, I guess this game has a boner for Georgia Tech, because for the 2nd year in a row, the Ramblin' Wreck are ranked number 1 deep into the season. Out here, Dave Show basically feeding the Gators, with 2 interceptions returned for touchdowns that are keeping them in the game. The Truckers going on their typical long drives, dominating a game in time of possession once again, but find themselves trailing due to their costly mistakes.
Trust me, if the offensive skill level was set to Heisman, these games would not be close.
Well, the defensive skill level is set to Heisman, and not everybody's looking like the greatest show on turf.
Correct me if I'm wrong, this game came out in 2013, right?
Yeah?
Well, and this is Will Muschamp's Gators. It would take a lot more than a Heisman skill level to make his offense viable.
Wow. Zing. Let's get back out for second half action. Second play of Florida's opening second half possession, 2nd and 4 at their own 29-yard line. The handoff to Townsend, breaks off to the left, and he's off to the races. 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown Gators. 71 yards on the carry. Florida nearly doubles up their total yards on that one play. Second play of Dave Show's first second half possession, 2nd and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Patterson drops back to pass. With the defender in his face, finds Edward Barber along the sideline for a gain of 17. 3 plays later, it's 3rd and 7. Patterson to Ty Poole, who comes up just a yard short of the first down. 4th and short at midfield, the Truckers elect to kick it away, and the Boo Birds are out as the home team goes conservative.
You've been converting 4th and longs for touchdowns like crazy these past 2 weeks. Now you don't think you can get a yard? What kind of a decision is this?
I don't know. Florida follows that up with a 4-minute, 13-play, 73-yard drive capped off by the Spencer Williams 9-yard touchdown reception. And this game is in danger of getting out of hand. Fifth play of the ensuing Dave Show possession, 2nd and 10 at their own 37-yard line. Patterson out of play action. Scrambles and finds Dominic Holloway for a gain of 18. On the next play, Patterson backpedals into a sack. Chris Crawford on the coverage. On the next play, Patterson sacked again. Kyle Crowder coming in on the blitz. 2 plays later, it's 4th and 14.
Now you're going for it.
And it falls incomplete. The Dave Show defense holds Florida to another 50-plus yard field goal attempt, this time way off the mark. The Truckers with 5.5 minutes to go to get back in this one. Second play of the drive, 1st and 10 near midfield. Patterson over the middle to Ty Poole for a gain of 18. On the next play, Patterson sacked by Joe Glover for a loss of 8. On the next play, Patterson sacked by Grant Hawthorne, another loss of 8. 2 plays later, it's 4th and 21. Ty Poole, 1st down and then some. Down near the 5. On the next play, Patterson out of the read option, brought down in the backfield by Grant Hawthorne again. 2nd and goal, Patterson up top to Seth Horn over a defender, gain of 9. 3rd and goal, the handoff to Dominic Holloway, touchdown Truckers! With 2:45 to go, down by 10, Dave Show lined up to attempt the onside kick. And Florida recovers. 3rd play of the ensuing Gator possession, 3rd and 6 at the 39-yard line. Moore finds Justin Hubbard for a gain of 16. With the clock winding down, Florida's lined up to attempt a short field goal. And the kick is good. And we won't forget that.
Ooh.
The Gators celebrate their big win at Dave Show. Mark Townsend ran all over the Truckers' defense. And Dave Show now finds themselves losing for the 3rd straight week, falling to 5-6 on the year. The final score, Florida 34, Dave Show 21. Tonight was the final home game for Dave Show seniors, one of them being quarterback Lauren Patterson, who may have thrown 2 pick sixes and was sacked 7 times in his final game at the Citrus Bowl, but he also completed 76% of his 49 pass attempts for nearly 400 yards and 2 touchdowns. Also, senior wide receiver Ty Poole had a big night with 8 receptions for 146 yards and yet another touchdown on 4th and long, his 3rd in the past 2 weeks. Next week, the Truckers head up to Music City, Nashville, Tennessee, to take on the struggling Vanderbilt Commodores, who are coming in on a 10-game losing streak, losing by an average of 20 points per game.
Well, Dave Show's losing by 16 points per game on their 3-game losing streak, and Vegas only has them favored by a field goal next week. Look for Vandy to play inspired on Senior Day and try to spoil the Truckers' bowl game hopes.
Got it. Checking on scores from around the country, Ohio State loses their 6th game of the year, this week at the hands of Indiana. And look out for this year's Tulsa. The Ragin' Cajuns of Louisiana Lafayette are undefeated, ranked number 7, and laying to waste everyone in their path. But don't worry, they'll get exposed when we do the bowl game highlights at the end of the season. Checking on the SEC scoreboard, heads are gonna roll at Georgia. Their 7th loss of the season comes at the hands of Kentucky. Kentucky beats Georgia and Florida in the same season. Wow! That'll do it for us here. For Harry Downer, I'm David Johnson. Be sure to subscribe and click that little bell so you don't miss a moment of the action. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you at the next show.